Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and the Belly Up Sports Network. Today, we have the main course of Are the Detroit Lions Treated Fairly? And that's not Nick Fairly, but you know what I mean. Anyway, today we have a new person coming into the fold, and that is Big Mike Jones. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, fellas?
Really good. And now I got to bring in the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, join the family. Subscribe to the channel. We don't got fans. We don't got viewers. We got family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
You heard him.
Hey, welcome back to the show, people. Now, let's bring in the new member of the team, my man, Mike Jones from OMG. It's Lions Talk. Now, how I met Mike was through my co-host on my other show, Die Hard Den, Shawnee J. He said, hey, man, Mike Jones wants us to, do a show, and he wants to come on our show. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And it has been a great opportunity for me to, meet and kind of network with a fellow Lion YouTuber, Lion podcaster. So it was really good to meet Mike Jones in that avenue. He did our show that we did with Jeremy Reisman and Eric Slitt when we did the show that we did about race in the NFL. And it was, he's just been a guy to be around. But then I met Jim, that guy, on a episode of OMG It's Lions Talk. So Jim and Curt really met from my man Mike. Mike, how was it getting us together, and how do you feel about joining the team, seeing us after we met on your show?
First off, I didn't know that this relationship that y'all had would bloom into a show that I watch every day on my lunch break. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it surprised the heck out of me. And I'm glad that I did, kind of help bridge that gap, because what you guys built is beautiful, man. And I'm just glad to be a part of it, man. I'm a part of a show that I watch myself every lunch break. I kid you not.
Watching now, or?
Yeah. Oh no. I'm watching now. Now I can watch myself. No.
So I got a couple of stories with Mike. Now Mike emailed a long time ago. I mean, almost like a year or two ago now, and said, we should do some collaborations or something like that with OMG. And so I'm like, okay, it just never came to anything for a long period of time. And then we started talking and everything like that. So when we started talking, we were on that one show, we started talking a lot more. And Mike told me, because Mike is a former fighter. I don't know if people know that, but he fought in my hometown of Muskegon, Michigan on my birthday. He and I were in the same town on my birthday, and I didn't know it. It was just a small world. And you know what? I really appreciate you joining us, Mike. And I think that this is going to be a beautiful thing going forward. I really do.
Oh yeah. I appreciate you guys, man. Much love to you.
All right, let's go into the main course. The main course. Are the Lions treated fairly? And let me set some of this up. They were talking about Ndamukong Suh and him only having 4 penalties last year. And I'm like, what? 4 penalties? When he was here, they were almost going to throw him in jail for being a criminal.
Yeah.
He's the dirtiest player and all this other stuff. Another example, TJ Lang. TJ Lang had 0 holding penalties in Green Bay the year before he comes to Detroit. 10 holding penalties. I'm like, is this really the way the Lions should be treated? And can this new regime change all that? What do you think, Curt?
It kind of, to me, it relates to kind of an NBA thing, right? So the star players get the call, right?
Yes.
So, How many times did you ever see Michael Jordan fall out of a game, or Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James?
Good point.
Never really happens, right? So the Lions aren't a star team, so they're not gonna get the calls, right? Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are the star teams of the NFC North. They're gonna get the calls, right?
Yep.
Right? Or they're not gonna get the calls. You know, looking at that first meeting with Trey Flowers and all those phantom illegal hands to the face calls, where it wasn't even close. Even the Dallas that really pisses me off still to this day. The Dallas Cowboy playoff game, where it was obviously pass interference. They picked the flag up. That changed. Now, I'm not saying that it was the sole reason we lost that game, but it changed the momentum of the game. We have so many times where the refs or just the league, how the Lions are viewed within the NFL community, is just like get no respect, we get no calls, and because we're not the franchise that has star players, and even when we have some, it's always something against the Lions, and I think that, Jim, you brought it up where with the William Clay Ford things some time ago, where it was like William Clay Ford was doing things that went against the grain in the NFL circles, and they said, we will make sure your team will never win. And it has been all that and more with the Lions.
What you got, Big Mike? What do you think about this?
Man, what's funny about that is other teams, outside fan bases think we're delusional, and they think like, oh, you guys are always looking for an excuse. Until we go down the list and then name stuff. Okay, so the list is about that long, right? When you get to about here, they're like, oh yeah, I guess they don't like you guys. You know what I'm saying? because nobody really realizes. We realize how many times we get screwed over, from Dallas Cowboys to Atlanta Falcon Golden Tate on the goal line, to the Chicago Bears, Calvin Johnson, the no catch rule, to just so many things, man, to the bat out of bounds in Seattle with the playoffs. I mean, that stuff when it all gets put on paper, and then they all realize, they go, anyways, let's talk about something else, and it's like, man, our hearts are broken. My heart is broken from this stuff, and it's just it's an easy pass, man. I don't like it.
All season long to go and get into the playoffs, only to have the refs pick up a flag and say, "Screw you," Yeah. No, I mean, and that team could have went places there. I think they could have advanced, but they did.
The batted ball out of the end zone it's in the rule book.
I know. The refs didn't even know the rules when it comes to the Lions.
You can't tell me it's not in the rule book.
How do they not know that rule? But they know the rule that you can't throw a flag on something that's already supposed to be reviewed. So when we had that Thanksgiving game, when that guy was clearly down and Schwartz,
they changed the rules. And we have so many bad calls that changes the rule book. That changed the rule book to be, okay, it's an automatic review. Don't worry about it. You can't, you can't get penalized for that anymore. But it's just one of those things where it's like, why would you even though we reviewed it and we threw a flag, but the guy was still down. Come on. You can't give him a touchdown and the guy's still on the ground. The guy touched the ground. He was tagged on the ground. Come on now. I mean,
but here's the thing. Here's the news. We are a new team. We have a new regime and all this stuff. How is that going to change? I can't wait for Dan Campbell to take for the first time. The referee screwed him. He's going to be out there beating up some refs. No, I'm kidding.
I can't wait. I think
he's not going to hold back. I think he's going to get several fines this year.
It's going to be some refs that's not going to want to come on the sidelines. That's going to talk to him from a distance, not for social distancing, because they not going to want to get too close to that dude.
I mean, the coaching staff in general. I mean, they're all high heads. A whole bunch of high heads, a whole bunch of former players that are still well conditioned, still lifting weights, still out there, doing their. Man, it's gonna be physical. If people didn't like us for not being physical, they gonna understand it real soon.
But the topic today is the worst kept secret in the league. The Detroit Lions have been years of not being treated fairly just because of who we are.
Yep.
That's the worst kept secret in the league. Secret. It is terrible how the Lions are treated, just by the league itself, by the referees itself, and then within NFL circles. I mean, look in the media. Like someone's posted this weekend. They were looking at Deion Sanders and his halftime speech this weekend against Grambling State as the head coach of Jackson State. And that's the one guy you could bring on staff for Dan Campbell. I'm like, Deion Sanders hates the Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
he hates the Lions. He's never liked the Lions. Right. He said even when the Lions were looking at drafting him, they would have to write a check so big the bank would bounce. He would never come to Detroit. He's never given the Lions any fair shake in the media at all. And some of it's well-deserved, but some of it's, some BS.
That's another thing that I wanted to bring up is the media and how it treats the national media and how it treats the Lions. It's like we're a joke, we're an afterthought, they just never can get it right. They're always saying how bad we are and all this other stuff. That needs to change too with this new regime. Mike, what do you think about that? How the media treats us nationally?
The media does. The media does have a little bit of. They are kind of true because how long have the fours been hiring their buddies to run the team? No real football people, no real football experience. It's like you got the drinking buddies running the team, and when the owners treat the team like a joke, the rest of the league treats the team like a joke. So we can't really expect the refs and everybody else to take it serious if the owners don't take it serious.
And I think our owner right now is taking it serious.
Oh yeah. Sheila's gonna change all of that. Believe
Sheila ain't gonna have none of that.
The notorious SFH. She gonna get this thing rolling. Now I agree with you 100%, Mike, on a lot of that stuff. When you hire your brother-in-law who has no football experience to be the general manager, and we talked about this the other day. William Clay Ford, without the racism, treated the Lions like Donald Sterling treated the LA Clippers.
Ooh.
It was a business venture. It was all about what you can get out of the team. It was about making money. It was never about winning. It was about how to get the most bang for the buck out of the team. It was treated as a financial venture and not building a winning culture and making sure that you have a winner in Detroit. It was all about getting fans in the stands. That's why we did the Thanksgiving thing. And it was all about that. It was never about making sure that we built a winner. It was about what the Lions could do for his financial gains. And that it was the wrong way to approach being an owner of a professional franchise. Where his daughter is taking the steps to let's build the organization as a team, as a business, as a professional business, and not just a business that brings in money, but business of building a winner.
Absolutely. That was amazing right there, Curt. I really believe that too. Question of the day today. Do you think the Lions are treated fairly? Number one. And do you think this new regime can make a change in how the Lions are viewed throughout the league, with the media, with the officiating, and all of that combined? Detroit Lions on the Prowl, the Wall of Fame. Today we have on the Wall of Fame, we have the Gridiron Blitz, Randy Prince, Nomis J. We have Dr. Detroit. We have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, and Bubba Bo. We are going to be having a live question and answer on Thursday at 1 o'clock for the gold members. And if you're not a gold member, you can go to join now and become a gold member and get in on that live question and answer on Thursday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, featuring some of our talent here at Lions on the Prowl. So next, we're going to go into Detroit Lions news and rumors. And the first thing we got today, the Lions have discussed trading Chase Daniel, well, who hasn't, with other teams. This is interesting because I'll tell you what, if they can get anything for this guy, if they can get a bag of balls for him, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm glad, We can get
a Fago and a ham sandwich, you know what I'm saying?
There's only 7 rounds, but if we can get an 8th round pick, I'll take it.
A diet Fago
Hey, a Fago ham sandwich and some better made hot chips. You know,
if we get a meal out of him, I'm good, man.
We got to get something for that dude, man. But he was never. I've never saw. Now he has a skill set that may work on some teams. I never saw him fitting in Detroit. He was good down there in New Orleans because he kind of mirrored like the size and as far as the backing up, Drew Brees was a good fit for him.
Yeah.
But I never thought him backing up Matthew Stafford was really good because he didn't fit the build for what the Lions were running. So if he leaves, I will say just like I did to Desmond Trufant, hey man, tip your waiter on the way out, be safe, and have a good career.
Yeah, I do hope they chase Daniel out of the team. So what do you think, Mike?
Right. Chase Daniel, he's just another guy who the Lions failed to put a credible backup behind Stafford. So he had to play. He was forced to play through so many injuries. I don't think Stafford really wanted to play through a lot of those injuries. I think he knew he had to play through those injuries because the guy behind me can barely hold the clipboard. So, but you know what? Also, I don't know if this is kind of tipping the hat to another segment or not, but I think that move automatically puts Tyrod Taylor in the backup role.
Oh, I don't know about that. It depends, but I think if they go Tyrod Taylor, then they can't be saying in the draft, we might be taking a quarterback here, trade with us. So I don't know. I don't know when they go the route of Tyrod Taylor, if they go the route of Tyrod Taylor, and they could because he knows the offense. He'd be a really good backup. Yeah. I don't see a downside to the move except for if you're going to be drafting a quarterback at 7.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I just see the familiarity aspect that they talked about. So that's the only reason why I said Tyrod Taylor for that reason. But yeah.
Hey, Kurt, what you get? Oh, go ahead.
It's going to be what they do with, the dominoes going to have to fall. Is it going to be a trade for, Chase Daniels getting traded? Is it going to be a release of David Blau? It's all going to be dependent on what's going to happen in the next about 9 days when free agency starts. So it's gonna be looking at that. Now, next up, we got some house cleaning, baby. All right, the Lions got rid of Kyle O'Brien and Jimmy Ray III, 2 former Lions GM cronies of Bob Quinn. They had to go. I mean, they were really the last of the Mohicans when it came to Bob Quinn's staff. So, like I said, I wish them well, but they just didn't fit where the Lions are going right now. And and it was like, are we gonna keep these guys? Nah. Right. It's because of the fact that we never built any type of culture or anything like that with those guys on the staff. So yeah, they got to go.
Brad Holmes is like, nah, I got this. See you later. I don't need you dudes.
Yeah, right. We'll holler at you later. He kept the guy that was important, which was Mike Disner. You know what I'm saying? Those things, the guy that was important enough to keep, because Disner was, he wasn't a crony to Bob Quinn. He made Bob Quinn's life easier, making sure the contracts were done correctly. So
right.
Yeah, everybody gave Bob Quinn props for that, but I don't think that was Bob Quinn at all. I think that was
that was Disner. Disner did a lot of that stuff where Quinn didn't have to worry about it.
So now we have Disner World.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, what you got next?
True. I have a free agent guard out of the Chargers. His slips my mind.
Trey Turner.
Trey Turner. Yeah. Trey Turner. And you know what? Right off the rip, y'all probably not going to like this, but I don't like it.
I love it.
I don't like it. You know why I don't like it?
Why is that?
That means Big V has to play right tackle. I don't like it.
Not necessarily. Not if we draft Slater at number 7.
Yeah, but then what are we going to do with Big V's with his contract? That would be
restructure his contract and make
him a backup. Got depth.
Right. Now, Turner is a very good guard. Very good. Very good.
5-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah, very good. I just don't like that
years old.
That ridiculous contract we gave Big V, and for him to be wear at a position that I just don't think he's good at. So while I do love, I like the player.
Yeah, he had a foot injury last year, so I think that really limited his mobility and being able to play the right tackle position in the first place. He's played left tackle and right tackle for Philadelphia, but Philadelphia sucks, so I guess that's not a big deal.
Right.
Well, actually, he played tackle during their Super Bowl run, so
he did. He did.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think his foot injury is.
I feel like I think he's capable, but I think that coming in, what he was the typical Lions sign where they signed a guy coming off a major injury, so it happens.
It does.
Yeah,
but go ahead, Mike.
Okay, yeah, but if we had a guy who was capable, then we had Terrell Crosby. Terrell Crosby was capable,
he's still on the contract.
Yeah, him and Big V kind of like the same player.
I like the depth. Nah, I think Terrell Crosby outplayed him. I mean, except for the
Crosby actually looked better, but I think that
he looked better. Terrell
Crosby's
a good. I like Terrell Crosby. I like his energy. I like him as a swing tackle. I like him just period because I like his energy. I mean, he's one of those guys that, you look at the articles written about him, that guy, he picks people up. He's just a positive influence inside the locker room. So I like Crosby, period.
Right.
I like
Big
Crosby,
V,
but I think Big V was hampered by that injury. And when you have a foot injury and your footwork is so important, especially at the right tackle position to get square with the guy that's coming at you, especially on speed rushes and stuff like that, and bull rushes trying to get set.
Yeah. Protecting the front side of a quarterback.
You're having a foot issue.
I
just think that could be what it is.
Yeah, protecting that front side just as, they always talk about the left tackle and protecting the blind side, but that front side is just as important.
Yeah, that's the run dominant side, man. You got to, man. You got to.
But bringing Trey Turner in here, I think improves the line tremendously. As you look at it, and you have the other side is set. Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow.
Oh yeah.
And then you add that guard. You're 4 out of 5 away from having a dominant offensive line.
And
True.
The one thing, to close it out, the one thing with Trey Turner, he may be one of those guys that we can get on a 1-year prove-it deal where the Chargers are going to cut him because he's going to save them $11 million in cap. He does not have a dead space cap hit. So if they release him, it's free and clear. No one owes him anything. So it's going to be one of those things where he can be one of those guys. And I know he likes Anthony Lynn. So, when we can bring him in on a 1-year prove-it deal or a short, 2-year team.
There's talk of a trade, though. There is talk of a trade.
A trade for Trey Turner?
Yes.
It'd likely restructure the contract and don't get him for $11 million for 1 year.
I know, but I'd wait till he gets released. But
I'll wait till he gets released.
And then hit him with the deal.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's Detroit Lions news and rumors for today. Let's see. We're going to go to your comments card. What did you say on the last video? We got the first one. It's Bubba Bo, and he says, "Let Kenny Galladay walk. Go get Reynolds from LA. Goff likes him. Trade back a few spots and draft defense." Well, it sounds all well and good if you have a trade partner that'll actually trade with you and not Miami. But we'll see how that all works out for that. But go get Reynolds, let Galladay walk. We'll see how it works out. There's been rumors back and forth. What do you got on this, Curt?
Yeah, a friend of mine who's a huge Rams fan, he said that there's particular players that the Goff likes to throw to, and Reynolds is one of them. He said that would be a good pickup for us coming in from the Rams. So I agree with that. That's a good that would be a good get. He's younger. He gets separation, so I would like that pickup as well.
Okay, what do you think, Mike?
I do. I agree with him. I like the pickup, man. He's a guy who can get the ball, and he's kind of a possession receiver as well with a little bit of speed. So I like that move. I like
speed. Do you agree with letting Kenny Galladay walk?
Oh, I don't know. How long this segment do we have?
As long as you need it to be, buddy.
You can't let Galladay walk because that'll be the SOL, right?
I don't know, man. Would it?
I mean, well, the thing is, the big thing that if we let him walk, that it does do is Jared Goff is not Matt Stafford. He's not going to thread the needle. Okay, so Kenny Galladay in the contested catches is not going to have high numbers with Jared Goff per se. So, man, I would tag and trade him. I mean, even if you get a fourth and a sixth or a third and a fifth, something, just get something. You can't just let the guy walk. That's just the business side of it. You can't let him walk.
The last thing I heard about Galladay was they were trying to get a long-term deal with him, and then they were going to try, and if that didn't work, they were going to franchise him until they could work out something.
Yep, I think that's what's going to happen. For some
You
reason,
think that's what's going to happen, Curt? Okay.
I think it's what's going to happen. I think that's what that's soon. But something is going to be kind of strange, and I think is where they want to rebuild the wide receiver core, but they want to make sure they have some continuity on the team. So they keep star receiver, keeps the continuity, they keep him with Quintez Cephas for at least for another year, and then that really gives Jared Goff some that goal line threat as far as in the red zone. It gives them an additional threat besides T.J. Hawkinson as well.
One more question for you, Curt. Do you go get Reynolds still?
I will go get. We need to revamp that whole. I would still get Reynolds, and I would still draft the receiver because we don't have the wide receiver room is pretty empty.
Yeah,
the guy I would let walk.
I think
the guy I would let walk. To be honest with you, because we didn't see him on the field last year, I would let Geronimo Allison. Hey man, you know I appreciate you signing a deal with us. We never saw you on the field. It's time for you to go.
I don't know. I mean, he had really good speed before that injury.
Yeah, but
I would wait till camp.
He didn't have an injury. He sat out because of COVID.
No, but he had an injury before he came
in Green Bay. In Green Bay, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
I would definitely wait till camp though. I would definitely see how he is getting in and out of his breaks, and if he still has it, then I'd make that decision. But I wouldn't do it right away.
Yeah.
Kurt cutthroat.
Go.
Kurt like off with his head.
Ask me about Trufant again. All right. Next up, Jimmy Short says Williams was brought in to start, in my opinion, maybe not. If they have to acquire two starters with the cap issues, I don't see them trying to sign two starting caliber receivers.
I do.
Yeah, I do. If you look at how Holmes rebuilt that roster out there with the wide receiver room, they picked up number ones playing number in the two slots in the backups, because they had a plethora of wide receivers. They could throw the ball all over the field, and that's what you want for Goff in Detroit as well.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think they will. I think that as many number ones as possible and as many ones and two as possible, because Goff is not going to thread that needle like that. He's going to need he's going to need the separation. He's going to need guys with big catch radiuses. He's going to need everything he can get. So, yeah.
And that's why we need Trey Turner as well, because he's going to have to take a little longer for plays to develop.
Yep.
I think Goff surveying the field is going to take longer than Stafford did.
Oh yeah. He doesn't have the release either. I mean, Stafford's release is definitely quicker, different multiple platforms. Goff has a bigger windup when he throws the ball, especially down the field.
What you got next, Mike?
All righty. Sorry about that, guys. I was kind of
It's okay.
I got kind of caught up in the in the whole thing. So let's see here. I can't. My thing's not opening up.
That's okay. I got it for you. Steven Miller says Goff, a good quarterback. Well, that's the question. I guess management thinks so. Ooh. Not sold on Goff, are we?
A lot of people aren't sold on Goff.
You know what? But a lot of people are hate on Goff because they love Stafford. I mean, let's just keep it real. That's the main reason why people are just, he's not Stafford. So they were gonna hate unless there was a consensus draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They were gonna hate the quarterback regardless. Just keep it 100. They were gonna hate him regardless. They were gonna find something to tear him down with. So.
Well, when you get rid of a really elite quarterback to drop down to this type of quarterback, there is going to be some. We did downgrade. I have no.
But the thing is that they're saying the same thing in LA. They're saying the exact same thing in LA.
Really?
I've seen it in social media. They're saying that all we did was get an older Jared Goff. That's all we did. He never won anything in Detroit. Oh, Stafford's a bum. They're doing the same thing in LA. There's a lot of Rams fans that are pissed off about this move. They love Jared Goff, and they're saying the exact same thing that Lions fans are saying in Detroit.
Well, the football people that are the Rams decided that there was 2 firsts and a third that says that Stafford's better than.
Give me. You give me that draft capital, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So Coyote 5.0, the Lions have 3 years to figure out their quarterback situation and make a decision. If they can build a team around Goff and win, they should take the opportunity of these 3 years and build the rest of the team before deciding to draft a quarterback. What do you think?
Go ahead, Mike.
I mean, I think they have 1 year. Okay, this is Goff's audition year. Those extra first picks don't kick in until 2022. So this year, we have to give him full reign. Like, you can't have a guy that's ready. He might be. You gotta let him just have it like you gave it to Stafford. Okay, you gave Stafford that. You gotta give it to Goff. Let him have it. Let's see what he has. He might surprise us. Okay, and if he does,
2 years. I think we have 2 years on Goff because you have to build the team around him.
Unless it's a reach. Yeah, go ahead.
I think we need to build the team around him though too, and it's not fair to give him an audition with a team that's not going to win very much in the first year. I don't think that's fair to him at all. So I think we need to give him at least 2.
I think it's going to be 2. I think it's going to be 2 because of unless it's the big restructure of his contract, because of the dead cap space that is going to be for cutting him next year is going to be a lot too. So I think it's going to be at least 2 years unless we do a big restructure to his contract. So, all right, next up, we have Jeffrey Inglesby. Oh, man. Hey, what up, Jeffrey? You know what I'm saying? That Inglesby, man. I like that name, brother. All right. Wouldn't that be something if Goff and the Lions get to the Super Bowl and Stafford fell flat in La La Land? Hey, it's the NFL. Anything could happen. And they gonna have Navas player.
You're going to do that, Curt.
I don't know about that one, player. I mean, I feel you.
Keep drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
You drinking the Kool-Aid and the hopium, like my man Jim says.
Wow. Opium.
I feel what you're saying, but I really don't. I'm not saying I'm a Rams fan all of a sudden, but
no,
I wish Stafford the best out there in LA. You know what I'm saying? So, they're built to win now. The Lions aren't built to win now.
Right.
So,
yeah, I don't see this. I look into my crystal ball and say, "Oh my God, you're wrong." But anyway,
yeah. I agree. But too, Stafford they want Stafford to take them to a place he hasn't been. And we don't know if he'll buckle under that pressure. And really, to the Rams, it's Super Bowl or bust. So if they don't get to at least the NFC Championship, we won that trade.
That's true. No, I agree with you, man. But I think that Stafford has never had a team around him like the Rams have. And so
not even close.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but if he doesn't get it done, all the critics and all the Stafford haters will be correct. Because if he doesn't there's so much pressure on him this year to get this done in LA.
Man, that's an immense amount of pressure. Yeah, he's got a suitcase. He got a steamer trunk of pressure on his shoulders.
Right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Wally Ravala says, can the Lions really let Galladay walk? If they don't tag him, they won't get anything for him. But if they do tag Galladay, how do they sign Aquara? Very good point here. And I've heard tell that they're trying to work out a long-term deal with Galladay, but also Aquara as well. And if they can get a deal done with Galladay, they'll tag Aquara instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think about this.
I think that the thing that's going to be key, they really think key with Aquara. Now, this is my only Curt Steele's opinion, is not what's being reported, is that he has an opportunity to stay in Detroit and play with his brother. And I think that that may be a key factor of getting him signed in Detroit, is that he gets to play with his younger brother. They both played at Notre Dame. And this is last year was like the first time they played together, as far as collectively in the, on the team. So getting them both on Detroit and keeping them both in Detroit would be a key factor of having that sign, acquire or sign a long-term deal with the Lions.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Julian said he was staying in Romeo's basement.
Yes.
So if he, then where's he gonna go? You know, I mean, you know, he's an NFL player. He got the money, but I'm just saying, man, I don't think, you know, that's a, you know, you can't come home and be like, you know, I'm about to leave, so you gotta, you know.
I mean, but it is a business, but you know, family ties are strong, and sometimes that does make a difference when you're making a decision like that. You know, these guys are immigrant guys. You know, they're not from the U.S. and you know they came here as young kids and you know grew up in that D.C. area. So I think that it's good that you know we can have both of those guys on the team, and having the older one will make the younger one better because he's going to teach him as his big brother anyway. So,
right.
I agree
Family
with
over
that.
everything.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the thing is that we don't. My problem with the Galladay thing and the Aquara thing is there are going to be so many free agents out there for cheap. I'm not kidding. 1 year, 2 year deals because of the fact of COVID, because of, you know what, only sign a 1 year deal because you'll probably get more money when everybody gets back in the stands and when when the teams have more cap room. Look at New Orleans, $100 million over the cap. I mean, there's teams that are just going to have to cut a lot of people that normally that wouldn't happen.
It's coming. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but it's coming. You see teams like Buffalo restructuring deals already. Yep. You know,
us too.
You know, and we'll go wait on that one for a minute. But
for a minute.
But yeah, I can see it. I can see that happen. It's going to be a lot of prove it deals. It's going to be a lot of I'll take less for now. But that for me that makes us more attractive with our new coaching staff because a lot of guys like they're seeing what we're building in Detroit with the coaching staff, and they're going to want to come to play for. If it's not Dan Campbell, Anthony Lynn, Aaron Glenn, Deuce Staley, you know, they're gonna want to come and play for those guys. And one guy who is a diamond in the rough that we picked up, and a lot of players like, is Aubrey Pleasant. Trust me, it's gonna be one defensive back we're gonna get that's gonna want to come and play for Aubrey Pleasant because that guy is a stud coach out there in the secondary.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's been one heck of a show so far, and we are at the point where it's like my favorite part of the show. It's the dessert with my man Curt.
You know how we do it. It's time for some tasty morsels, and a lot of Lions fans were happy this weekend because one guy who's going to stay on the team and maybe they wouldn't want to overpay him is one Mr. Jamie Collins. His deal was restructured over the weekend to make room to sign more players. So that was a good thing that happened. It's a little bit of tasty morsels, put some of that money back and help us get some more players on the Lions. So Jamie Collins, we appreciate you agreeing to a lesser deal and put us some money back because hell, to be honest with you, bro, you ain't earned that money last year.
No, he played when he wanted to. I mean, you know.
Yeah. When you play when you wanted to, ain't earning all that money, did you? You got to play every down. And we so many. There's too many films. My man Luke G, he breaks it down over at DSA. There were so many plays where he just kind of took plays off. You just kind of look at him. He was just standing there. It's like, bro, you making too much damn money to be standing there.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, but that's the dessert. What's your man, Curt, for the day? Oh, man, it was such a great show today. Man, it's great to have my man, OMG, it's Lions Talk. Big Mike Jones is in the building. He is a permanent member of the Detroit Lions on the Prowl family. Now, you know what you guys to do. Hey, it is Friday, Monday, and it's the first day of the week. We can get this thing going. Look at me. I'm just talking about it's Friday. But you know where we are. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, you can check us out over at bellyupsports.com. We are on that network. You can go over to their homepage, click on the link for the podcast, and you find the audio version of this show right there. And you can listen to it on what? Some skull headphones player. Hey, the link below, you can get some great deals for some Skull Candy headphones, and a portion of the sales from that link go to help us grow this show. Hey, Mike, what you got to say on your first day of the show?
Man, I got to say it's been good, man. It's everything I thought it would be, and I can't wait to build. And I got to upgrade a few technology things, but, to make the show a lot better. But hey, man, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here, man. I can't wait for the future.
It's going to be definitely awesome. I want to thank everybody who rocks with us today, everybody in the premiere. Shout out to all of you guys, Dr. Detroit, Steve-O, all of the regulars there, Tristan Williams, all the people that are always in our chat. We really appreciate you guys. And also all of our members. And if you want to be a member, you can click the Join Now button now. And remember to click the subscribe button. If you're not part of the family yet and you've been watching the videos, please click the subscribe button. It means the world to us, and we really appreciate you.
All right. Like Jim said, join the family. We don't got fans. We don't got viewers. We got family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And as you start your work week, you know what you got to do. Whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, all out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man, Jim, and Mike, right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.